here. Oh yeah. Okay. Hi everybody. Welcome to piano practice. It's practice with me. It's Monday. We're gonna have a good time today. We are going to begin by practicing the children's songs for this first half of the practice with me. And then in the second half, we're gonna go into the adults and teens music, okay? I'm glad you could join me today. First things first, let's go ahead and get those kids going in here. Let's get that lesson book out, okay? All right, now, remember, last Friday I said that we were gonna keep horse sense for an extra week, okay? So I'd like to go over horse sense just a few times. That way we can really focus on those dynamics, okay? So, go ahead and open your book to page 35. Page 35, and you'll see horse sense, okay? There it is. All right, guys. So for horse sense, remember, we're in C position, so we know this position fairly well, okay? The things that make it tricky are these. It is beginning with an incomplete measure, right? So we've got those missing beats located at the end of the song, okay? We also have very long slurs across the phrases, each line being a separate phrase, right? We have tied notes in our left hand. And we also have on line 3 a really long crescendo, okay? So you're really going to have to work out those dynamics, all right? At the very end of the song, we have a diminuendo, okay? So let's see if we can work on all of those things, all right? Let's go ahead and find ourselves in C position. C position, okay? I have my right hand thumb on C, and I have my left hand thumb on G below middle C, okay? Now, I'm going to count off. Remember, it sounds a little funny, though, because it's that incomplete measure, all right? So if you want to play horse sense along with me, I'd love to have you, okay? I'm going to count off. 1, 2, 3, ready, go. Repeat. C. Nice job, everybody. All right, I'm very happy to see that we were able to get through all of horse sense. Now, how were your dynamics? Were they okay? Yeah, so did you manage to play a good strong forte and then make it nice and soft for the piano? How about your crescendos? Did you start extra soft and you got louder and louder as you progressed? Very good. And what about that surprise diminuendo at the end? Did you get that too? Very good. I'm so glad. That's so wonderful to hear. So, and I see that Hannah is online. Hi, Hannah. And I see Claire is online. Hi, Claire. If you're online, go ahead and drop a line so I know that you're there, okay? Drop some emojis too. I know you guys get very excited. All right, so that was our first round of horse sense, right? We played the repeat and we did everything so well. I think it might be nice to try it once more, okay? And we'll do it with the repeat again, okay? Remember, we're focusing on dynamics, okay? You guys are doing wonderfully, and I know that when you submit your videos this week for review, oh, they're gonna be so good. All right, let's give it a try. We're in C position again, okay? Now, we're gonna go through this now, and I'm not gonna say anything, okay? See if you can keep up with my playing and play it nice and even tempo, okay? C position. I'm gonna count off. Ready? 1, 2, 3, ready, and. How did you do? Did you do a good job on horse sense? Oh, I am so proud of you guys. I want to do like a 1 second party. What do you say? Let's do it. You ready? 1 second party, 1 second party. That was so much fun. Oh my goodness. All of you guys have progressed so much. Just think, 2 weeks ago when you were learning horse sense, it was hard, right? We had some issues with that crescendo and diminuendo. But now that it's like, what, 2 weeks later, we're just rocking and rolling, okay? Be proud of yourself. Let's move on, okay? All right. Now, our new song for this week was like a total wacko crazy one. Did you think you were going to learn about sharps last week? Remember, it's the sharp sign. It's not a hashtag, right? Yeah, so we learned My Robot, all right? So let's get some practice in on My Robot, okay? Remember, do you remember what the sharp sign was? What did it do? Yeah, so the sharp sign basically turns the note. It means play the next key to the right, whether black or white, right? So you remember that exercise we did where I said, sharpen? You remember that one? Yeah, so you moved it to the right, even if it was a white key, right? It's kind of weird sometimes. You're thinking, oh, well, sharps are just black keys. Well, remember what I said. That's not always true, right? You can have sharp signs that are white keys too. It just depends on the direction you're going, right? If it's one note to the right, well, then it's sharp, okay? Let's see if we can go over My Robot super slow, okay? And we are going to play through it one time. I know it has 3 repeats, but we're just going to go through it once, okay? After that one time, I think it's time that we find a good spot to build an ice cream cone. What do you think? Yeah, I see that Hannah wants to build an ice cream cone, so I think that's a really good idea, especially on a really hot summer day like today. Okay, so let's find ourselves in G position, all right? Okay. Okay, so I have my right hand thumb on G above middle C, okay? And I'm going to fan out those fingers. And I have my left hand thumb on that D where my finger 4 is for my C position. And then I fan out my fingers. Let's hear what it sounds like just to make sure we're in the right spot. Are you in the right spot? You are. Good. Okay. So, if you're in the right spot, let's see if we can play through it one time. Okay? No repeat. Now, you notice that the first sharp that we're dealing with is going to be a C sharp, right? And that's going to be that left hand finger 2 is going to play the black key right to the right of the C. Okay, let's see how this song sounds, okay? All right, I'm going to count off. You ready? 1, 2, ready, go. G, D, C sharp, D, A, D, D, hold. A, D, C sharp, D, G, D, D, hold. G, D, C sharp, D, A, D, D, hold. D, C, B, A, G. C sharp and D together. Oh, that sounds funny. Low G. Low G. Chord. Low G. Chord. Low G. There it is! Isn't that super silly? Oh my goodness. All right, so that's my robot, right? Now you probably noticed when we're playing a C sharp in the right hand, it's in that really weird chord, right? That's going to be your finger 4 and your finger 5 together, right? It sounds really weird. Listen. That sounds really strange, okay? But if you notice that the measure that it's written in, the line 2, the last measure, where it's written in orange, it says C sharp and D together. Notice the actual notes in that measure. The first one has a C sharp, right? But the second one actually doesn't. That's weird. But why did I play it with a C sharp anyway? Well, it's because since the C sharp is written and it's in the same measure as the one after it, that means that all the C's in that measure will be sharp. You're probably thinking, well, why don't they just put a sharp in there, right? Well, maybe they were trying to save some ink. I don't know. Or maybe if you had a measure that was full of notes that had sharps in it, maybe there's just not enough room to print all those sharp signs in front of every single note, right? So that's why they do that. They have it written on the first one that happens, but they don't have to write it on the second one in that measure, okay? So I just want to say that so that way it's not super confusing, okay? So let's play through that right hand chord. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Sounds so funny, right? Yeah, there it goes. Rest, rest, rest. It sounds so silly to me. Oh my goodness. Yes. Okay, good. So with that, now that we know about those C sharps and how it means that even though it's not written all the time, the sharp, that they're still going to be sharp. Let's pick out a spot that we want to build an ice cream cone. What do you say? Yeah, I think that's a good idea. So let's analyze. Let's talk about this. What about we do line 2, the whole line, okay? Because that's sort of like a mix of both ideas here. We have a lot of the left-hand melody, but then we also have a little bit of that funny chord at the end, okay? How does that sound? Does that sound like a good spot to build an ice cream cone? Let's do it, okay. Now, let me roll my die. That way we can see how many scoops we're gonna put on that ice cream cone, okay? All right, oh, that's not bad. Look, let me show you. How many scoops are we doing? Oh, what? There it is. It's hard to get it in focus. It says 4, okay? I don't know if you can see. Sorry. Live video, huh? So we're gonna play that line 2 4 times, okay? Let's build our ice cream cone. All right. Let's find ourselves in G position. All right. We are gonna start with that low G in your left hand, okay? And then we end the line with that C sharp and D together. You ready? Let's do our first scoop of ice cream. Let me think of a good flavor. If you have a good flavor idea, you drop it in the comments, okay? I'm gonna start with classic Miss Izzy. I love chocolate ice cream, so we're gonna start with chocolate. You ready? All right. 1, 2, ready, play. Your first scoop of ice cream. Wonderful. Yes. So the next scoop of ice cream. What about bubblegum? Is that good? Do you guys like bubblegum ice cream? Let's try bubblegum. All right. Let's count off. 1, 2, ready, play. 5, 1, 2, 1, 4, 1, 1, hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very good. All right. So we have chocolate ice cream and bubble gum. Let's see. The third scoop should definitely be, let's do like strawberries and cream. That sounds delicious. Oh, Claire didn't like that ice cream flavor. Oh, sorry. Well, you write down the one that you want, Claire. All right, here we go. 1, 2, ready, play. Wonderful. Now, for the final scoop, it looks like we have a battle going on in the comments. Claire wants chocolate mint, and Hannah wants, it looks like caramel apple? Is that what you wrote? Yeah, something like that. Or candy cane? Well, how about we do a little bit of both? Let's do a mega scoop, okay? We'll take one swipe of that chocolate mint and one swipe of that caramel apple, okay? You ready? 1, 2, ready, play. Now, I hope that ice cream cone, even with its very unique flavors, brings you some satisfaction, at least musically, right? Because my robot, I know, with that drilling and that ice cream cone is gonna sound so fantastic by Friday, right? We're gonna sound really, really great on that song, all right? Well, kids, that's it. That's what I got for you today, all right? Now, let's see what we're gonna be doing for the adults and teens, okay? See you later, kids.